everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I did this Wet n Wild one brand tutorial. There are few products that worked for me and few which did not. So if I did not like the product, that doesn't mean that it won't work for you. And if you're using the product and it's working for you, that's amazing. If you guys want to know how I got this look, then don't forget to keep on watching. So to begin with, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild matte primer. So this is the one I used it before. I used it once. I think I used once. Honestly saying, I did not really like it. Reason being, it does not do anything other than moisturizing, and it did not fill in my pores. It did not. I felt it did not even hold my makeup that much, especially in summers. Maybe in winters it will or it can, but in summers it's just like it works as a moisturizing base only. So in the meanwhile, I'll just let this sink into my skin. I'm just gonna do my brows. So for my brows, I have this Wet n Wild Coloricon brow pencil in the shade Brunettes Do It Better. So this is the one. I am just gonna fill in my brows rather than shaping because it's quite thick and pigmented. I like using pencils for my brows, especially when I'm getting late. This is like the easiest thing. Just fill in your brows, use a spoolie, and you are done. Like, just that. You just need a... Actually, the color is very pigmented, so you have to be very careful. You don't want to put pressure in just one go, as I always say for any product, even for a lipstick as well. You just don't want to thopo the product, like literally एक ही जगह पे. You don't want to put every single pressure and then end up regretting. So just go slow, and then that's how it's gonna work better. So I just fill in my brows, and honestly saying, I really like this pencil, and it is not even half of the price as the Nika one, and I've been using the Nika one from quite a long time now, but I use it for the second time only, and I think I really like it. The way it filled in my, and the way it just filled in, and it still looks natural. So this is really nice. I think if you're looking for good brow pencil and you don't want to spend much on it, then Wet n Wild Brunettes Do It Better will be the perfect shade. If you are someone who is more on the medium to fair side, then this is the best shade that you can go for, or someone with the dark hairs. So I think this is the one that you should definitely have this in your wish list, because it is very, very, very inexpensive if you buy it from HOK Makeups rather than Nika. So yes, so this was it. So it is a pass for this pencil. And the next one I will be doing, I'm thinking of doing eye look first and then go for the base makeup. So let's just jump into our eye makeup first. So for that, I have this quad from Wet n Wild, and in the shade Hooked on Vinyl. Just gonna use this quad and try to do a look by using just this quad. So yes, I am going to use this transition shade. Actually, I'm just gonna conceal my eyelids first, because of that I already said I filmed the video, so that's why my eyelids and eye area is quite dark because of the mascara, because of the makeup, because of the liner. So I'm just gonna conceal by using Wet n Wild conceal and highlight pen. Honestly, I really like the idea of this pen. It's like it has brush, but the quantity is very, very, very less. So if you're someone who is doing the makeup for like good 7 days or 6 days, it will be done. It will be done in just those times only. So I'm just gonna do this. To begin with, I'm gonna use this transition shade, this very yellowish sort of color. So I'm just gonna get up on my pack blending brush, and I'm gonna blend it to my crease in circular motion. take little at a time. As again I always say, take little at a time, there is no rush. भाई जहाँ पे 5 मिनट लगने हैं वहाँ पे 10 लग जाएंगे, but you don't want to end up looking like you have panda eyes. Now to add that dimension and depth to my crease, I'm just gonna use this shade, which is like little green. Actually it is very pigmented, so I'm probably gonna go very light-handed and gonna mix and match the other shade as well. So I'm just gonna place the color. Actually not really pigmented. Okay, not bad. I'm thinking to do a look with the Maybelline palette as well, because I know a lot of you guys own that palette, and I'm probably gonna go with that one in the next video. So what I'm doing is I'm placing on the outer corner and bringing it to my crease, and we'll blend it later. I'm just placing the color only. I'm going very light because I don't want to end up having so much of color on my eyes. So I'm just gonna keep on blending until all the harsh edges are done, and keep on placing the color again and again. Now I think I'm gonna use their bronzer to my crease line again to have more depth, because I'm not really happy with the look that it is giving me right now. So I'm just giving a little bit of hint of color from the bronzer. Now I will be deepening up the outer corner, but before that I'm just gonna cut my crease and then place the shimmer shade on my lid area. Now after I'm done cutting my lid area, I'm just gonna take this shimmery shade with my finger, and it's not really that pigmented, so I have to scoop down a lot. And so this is the color. Well, it is a pretty color when you go over and over. So I'm just gonna apply it wherever we have the concealer on, and if you want to use a brush you can, but I feel this way I can take the better pigment. I'm using a pencil brush because I feel this way it will give a precise pigment rather than a flat brush for the lid that we normally use, because it's not that pigmented, it's very hard to work with, but it's not. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with the same green shade, this green, with the same brush, and try to build on my outer corner. I think it was not a good idea. I'm just gonna place it actually and then blend it with another brush. I won't lie, but this quad from WetNWild was a pain to work with. I wonder how people or all the beauty bloggers who use WetNWild and just rave about it. I am hating it. Well, not hating it exactly, but I'm just not liking it. You have to work a lot to build it and then to blend it again, and then ended up having pathetic look. Like literally it never took me that long to blend a color, but it is just giving me a pain. I'll see if I can make this work. I don't know about you, but I am hating this very bad. Like, I don't know, it's not even ready to blend at all. Whatever you do, whatever the products, whatever the brushes, even with your fingers, not at all. First of all, the pigment does not come out, and if it does, then it does not blend. I don't know what to do. Just gonna apply the mascara and then we'll move to my base. I'll see if I can work out with this thing or not. Then I'm just gonna leave it as it is. So I'm just gonna use the mascara by WetNWild again, their Mega Slim Skinny Mascara. So this is the one that I'm talking about, and the wand is very thin. Oops. The wand is very thin, and I chose this one for my lower bottom lash line, and I think I have used it more than twice or thrice already, and in just 3 to 4 applications I can already feel that, you know, it has dried up a bit, but I cannot complain much because in just 200 you cannot get a lot of things. Also, it gives beautiful fan sort of effect, and you know, it separates my each and every lash very beautifully. So I really like this mascara. I have no complaints. So next, moving to our base, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade color classic beige. So this is the one. I'm gonna use this. I chose this. I think I really wanted to try this because of the spatula that it has. The applicator is very interesting. So, and it looks like as if, yeah, it has, yes, it has pink undertones to it. I don't know if all the shades are the same, but this one does has the pink undertones. So I am not sure about the, you know, the blending part. So let's see and hope for the best. I'm gonna blend it with my same beauty blender. What beauty blender? It blends very beautifully. Like I don't have to do much of effort, and it is beautifully blending. And it is actually giving me that sheen, little bit of sheen to it too as well. So it's not like entirely matte, but it's working. But I think it will work out with a better primer underneath, because this primer does nothing. It doesn't fill in your pores, nothing. So yeah, it will be good if you use it with another primer, not with this one in particular. The highlighting part, I'll be using the same concealing pen from Wet n Wild, the one that I used to cover my lid area. So I'm gonna use that. It's very runny though, and as I already said, the quantity was very less. Now I'm just gonna blend it and then we'll be back. Yes, I ended up looking like this. I tried a lot, but this is the thing that it only had 2 shades. One was this shade and another one was the darkest shade, so there was no in between. So I had no other option rather than choosing this pen only for my dark circles. But this is super white. It's like ivory. So yeah, this is the only shade. There was no in between. Either they had this one, another one was too dark for me. So yes, let's see if we can bring this down in some way. So I couldn't find any loose powder on the HOK makeup website. I don't think even Wet n Wild has it. So this is the one that I got in the shade warm beige, Wet n Wild pressed powder. So this is the one that I'm talking about, and it is like this. So I'm just gonna set my face with this, and I'll have to set my under eye area as well with this one only. Okay, it does not really has that much of coverage, but it is making my face look totally matte, that is like for sure. I think this made a little better, but not much of a difference, but still something that we can work out with. Now for the bronzing part, I'm gonna use this, let me be honest, this is the only thing that I have loved other than the mascara. So this is the bronzer I have used actually 4 or 5 times already, and I love it because it's such a beautiful shade, and it blends beautifully. Can you see the just one swipe, and that's it. Like, yes, it has that beautiful pigment coverage or whatever you want to call it. So it's really beautiful, especially for the summer weather. It's more like, you know, you are actually bronzed. like you have that sun glow. So yeah, I really like this bronzer. Now for the next part, I'll be using this Wet n Wild apricot in the middle blush. It's a very beautiful blush. So this is the blush. It's like a very cool tone peach shade with a little bit of shimmer to it. So I'm gonna use this. I really like such colors, especially in summers, because they give you very fresh and healthy sort of look, as well as like beautiful sheen to your skin. So yes. So next comes up to the highlighting part. So I didn't want to spend on highlighter, so as I already had the sleek coat highlighter from Wet n Wild already, so this is the one that I have. So it is like hello 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 hello. So yes, I'll be using this. So I'm just gonna keep it on the back of my hand. So I'm just gonna use it with the brush or maybe with the finger, and just applying it on the back of my hand, and we'll be picking it up from there only. Let's take this little by little again and just applying it here, and then we'll be blending into the skin. It is giving, this highlighter is more like a highlighter that you can use even without the makeup, so it gives you a glow that you can, that you barely get to know that you have something on your skin, because it gives you that natural glow rather than the makeup glow. So it gives you a very natural glow, and it literally melts down to your skin. But if you have a textured skin, like if you have any sort of acne around this area, then you probably want to give this a skip and just gonna go with another one. And I think other than my base, I like the blush, bronzer, and the highlighter, and of course the not the quad eye quad. I really enjoy the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter. But can you see that glow?
Wow, I like it. I probably gonna bring this to blending item as well. Yes.
Now for my lips, I will be using this liquid lipstick from Wet n Wild in the shade Coral Corruption. So this is the one I'll be using. I'm just gonna apply it on the back of my hand, and then we'll apply it with the brush. Now let's just finish this look by our lower lash line. So I'm just gonna use this shade and the bronzer for my lower lash line. So I'm just gonna take this shade.
I'm just gonna apply a very.
And I don't want to end up looking like a mess. Now to give an illusion of having a bigger eyes, I'm just gonna use this white pencil from Wet n Wild again, and just gonna give a good sweep around my lower bottom lash line. This is like a very waxy. I'm gonna finish the look by using the same mascara on my bottom lash line. With this, I finished the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and if you guys did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And until then, bye.